So here I am with another video of the vocabulary series. So let's start. Today, my mother got a call from her friend and her friend informed my mother that there was a party at my mother's friend's house and my mother was invited for that. The party was arranged at 5 p.m. and my mother started decorating herself at 4 p.m. You know, my mother takes a really great deal of time decorating herself. First, she will select 10 best dresses and then she will put on each of them and look in the mirror for half an hour and then she will take them off and wear the next dress, and the same course will continue until she wears all the 10 dresses. After that, she will be busy applying her makeup, something this, sometimes that, sometimes a moisturizer, then a concealer, something. I just don't know what things does she apply. But all I know is that she really takes a great deal of time. She takes around 2 hours to finish decorating herself, and she started at 4 p.m. The party was arranged at 5 p.m. Then you can imagine that she would obviously reach at 6 p.m. and to get in the car and reach the place, it would be 6:30, and the party was supposed to be finished at 7 p.m. Now you can decide yourself that how much time my mother used decorating herself. So when it was 5 p.m., my father asked my mother, "Ranjan, how much time will you take? I think you will be ready until the cows come home. So here I found my criminal." And my mother replied, "I will take just a minute." And you know that my mother's 1 minute is equal to 60 years. I'm just joking because exactly I don't know how much time she takes. Her 1 minute is simply undefined. She just doesn't know how much time she will take. It appears to me that she will be ready within 10 decades. It really takes a lot of time. I don't know why. So here I found criminal number 1. Let's see if we find any more criminals. And after 2 hours, my very beautiful mother stepped out of the room, and instead of saying sorry to my father who was waiting for the past 2 hours, what she said was, "How do I look, Yash?" Isn't it a weird question? How do I look, Yash? No sorry, nothing. Just, "How do I look, Yash?" I thought that my father would be really angry, but instead, he just said, "You look easy on the eyes." Now here, I've got my criminal number 2, easy on the eyes. So today, I found 2 criminals. But what do the 2 criminals mean? Let's see. Until the cows come home means for a very long time. For a very long time means until the cows come home. So my father wanted to say that, "Ranjan, will you come after a long time?" Now, I've got the meaning of my first criminal, or I would say I've got the description of my first criminal. Now, what is the description of the second criminal? Let's see. The second criminal is to look easy on the eyes. To look easy on the eyes means to look beautiful. If you're looking beautiful, you can say, "I look easy on the eyes, don't I?" Anyway, so my father wanted to say to my mother that she looks very beautiful. Now, I found the criminals, I've hunted them, and now I've also found the description of the criminals. Now what is left? Now the 4th step is left. And what is the 4th step? The 4th step is to imprison them in your brain forever. That is to remember them throughout your lifetime. But how do we do that? Remember, link method, pictorial method and written method. So here, let me first use link method and pictorial method, and then later on I'll use written method. Until the cows come home reminds me an incident which occurred to me last summer vacation when I was in my father's village. So let me disclose the incident to you. We own 3 cows, and here let me tell you that one cow in particular was very special to me. If she would not come home on time in the evening, I would literally cry. And her milk was also very tasty. It tasted like nectar. She was also very beautiful. Her milk was so tasty that I would not drink the milk of any other cow other than her milk. That's how her milk was very tasty. You would not know how tasty her milk was unless you taste it, but you can't taste it, right? A villager once took the cows and promised to bring them back around 6 p.m. But it took a very long time to bring them back. It took a really long time to bring the cows back until the cows come home. It took a really long time for the villager to bring the cows back. He brought them back at around 8 p.m. Do you think that is a very good time to bring cows back at home? No, right? So, as I've already told you that I would cry if the cow would not come home on time. I would cry. But the cow was also missing. My favorite cow was missing. There were only 2 cows which came back home. I was literally crying. I was so scared that my father had to send villagers across the village, in the forest, and I don't know, many more places to search for that cow. But the cow was nowhere to be found. And at last we found the cow in our backyard eating hay. Now you can imagine how relieved I was at seeing the cow there. But my mother was also astonished that how did the cow come here? She thought that maybe the villager was sleeping and the cow slipped away from his hands and came back home on time before the other cows could come home. So this incident reminded me of the idiom until the cows come home. See, the cows went to the forest with the villager and they took a very, very long time to come home. So until the cows come home means to take a very long time. So here I've linked them. The next idiom is to look easy on the eyes. The same day, when my mother went to the party, she was looking very beautiful. She looked very, very beautiful in the party. My mother looked so beautiful that all other people were looking insignificant. She was so beautiful at the party. So she was looking easy on the eyes. The party is really a very lot of music and everything. It would trigger my eyes. Sometimes it would trigger my eyes when I'm exposed to a lot of Blu-rays and the computer, mobile, etc. And then I go to the party, it would trigger my eyes. But the sight of my mother's beautiful look would give, I don't know what kind of impact would happen on my eyes, that whenever I look at my mother, whether she's decorated or not, that doesn't matter. But it would really calm down my eyes from the impact of Blu-rays. And I've used this property for my holiday homework also. This time I've got a lot of holiday homework to complete and I need to search the meanings of this and that which caused a lot of exposure to the phone. And the Blu-rays of the phone spoil one's eye. So when I get really irritated with the Blu-rays, my mother will be working in the kitchen. I'll just go in the kitchen and look at her. It would really calm down my eyes. I don't know what kind of effect she has, whether she's decorated or not. She looks beautiful to me, very beautiful. So this property is applied to every child. For every child, the mother looks easy on the eyes. She looks really beautiful no matter what happens, no matter if she's decorated or not. So here I've linked easy on the eyes. My mother looks easy on the eyes. So that's the end of this video. If you've liked this information, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Bye bye. See you in the next video of this series.